No one imagined that on a hot summer day, inside a small apartment in the southern part of the city, a woman's life would quietly come to an end. The neighbors only knew her by her brief, distant smiles. When the police entered the apartment, the truth revealed itself almost immediately. Half-naked body smeared with body oil, dark bruises around her neck, and an unmoving body on the floor. Death had not come gently. It was the result of uncontrolled desire. Welcome to the Tainted Hands channel. Stay with us until the end of this disturbing story, and subscribe to the channel to watch future scary videos. Her name was Ranaya. She was 34 years old. Years earlier, she had divorced her husband, Daniel. Ranaya had been in relationships with several men, but Daniel left her due to lack of commitment. After that separation, her life slowly fell apart. Rent, daily expenses, poverty. Financial pressure led her down a path she had always been passionate about. She sold her body to survive. Rania was very interested in having relationships with multiple men, so the economic pressure on her made it easy for her to deal with this issue. Rania gained regular clients. Among the women around her, she was the youngest, the most attractive, and slowly she convinced herself, this is the best and only way. Everything stayed the same until Mike entered her life. Mike was a cattle farm worker, 40 years old, lonely, exhausted. He had lost his wife to cancer. His children, Lucas and Emily, lived with his mother Margaret in a town further away. Mike came to this city to work and to provide. From their very first encounter, Mike fell deeply in love with Rania, a relationship that was supposed to be just sexual pleasure in exchange for money. Mike's employer and farm owner, Victor, was a wealthy and reckless man who was always a customer of Rania. Victor had introduced Rania to Mike.
Here, take this money and the number for Rania. She'll help you out.
So that Mike could satisfy his sexual needs by paying Rania money from time to time. And Victor never imagined where this acquaintance would end. Mike became obsessed Rania day by day. Their relationship grew closer, their dates and occasional walks in the streets. Until one day, Mike made an unexpected offer. Marriage. He told Rania he didn't care about her past. He only wanted her. With his meager income, Mike rented a small, simple apartment in the south of the city. He asked Rania to leave her old life behind, to start over. Rania was hesitated, but finally agreed. What Mike didn't know was that Rania had never truly changed. Mike worked long hours, late nights, overnight shifts, and night watchmen at the cowshed. And in his absence, Rania brings home men she had been involved with in the past. The very home meant to be a new beginning. Until that cursed morning. After a tiring night at the ranch, Mike decided to go home to Rania in the morning without informing her. Mike arrived at his apartment building. Silence. Mike slowly climbed the stairs, and after reaching his apartment door, he slowly opened the door with his key and entered the apartment. The living room was empty, only sounds coming from the bedroom. Mike saw everything through the door of the room. Mike saw Rania in bed having sex with a man. Seeing this scene shocked Mike, a stranger, with Rania. In that moment, Mike lost control. Mike kicked open the door of the room and shouted,
"Finish it! Finish it! Finish it!"
"Enough! Stop it!" Chaos followed. The man-stranger first threatened Mike with a knife.
"Get out of my house!"
Mike told the man to get out of my house. The man-stranger grabbed his clothes and ran out of the house. Now only two people remained, Mike and Rania. There were no signs of forced entry, no misunderstandings, only truth. Mike tried to calm himself. But anger burned inside him. When he demanded answers, Rania didn't deny anything. She argued, and then she said something that shattered him completely. She said she couldn't belong to one man. She said she was in bondage to lust. She needed a variety of different men. That's how she saw freedom. Mike doesn't remember what happened next. Mike attacked Rania. Rania tried to defend herself, but the strength of Mike's arms wouldn't allow Rania to do so. Only his hands around her neck. Seconds passed, then silence. When he came back to reality, Rania was no longer breathing. Mike sat beside her body for hours, crying, laughing, broken. The neighbors heard the noise. They called the police. Mike surrendered. An ambulance arrived, and Rania's body was taken away. Now we ask you, was Rania suffering from a mental illness that could have been treated? Or was she a victim of a past she could never escape? Subscribe the Tainted Hands channel for future dark and exciting videos.